So recently, GoPro Quik app received an update for GoPro MAX, which introduces a couple of interesting features for editing your 360 videos. The most interesting ones gonna be AI object tracking and custom effects. Finally, after so many years, GoPro MAX has received an update which makes editing 360 videos so much easier. So in this video, guys, I'm going to show you how it works. First, let's go to the GoPro Quik app on a mobile device. And let's go to the media page. Now, find the video file from your GoPro MAX that you want to work with. And the good thing is that even if you have an older video, let's say you recorded it like half a year ago, you can still use this feature. So what I got in here is a typical tracking shot of me following my wife while inline skating. So I'm just doing a follow cam here. Typically with GoPro MAX, I'll have to create a bunch of different keyframes every single time the camera angle changes, just so I can focus on my wife. And this can be a little bit time consuming because I have to create a lot of keyframes. But with the AI tracking, this is no longer that complicated. So let's go to the reframe page. Notice that we have a new feature in here called object tracking. Click on the plus icon and click and drag a box over your subject that you want to track. Select Start Tracking and let the app do its job. It's very simple to do, and you can track a subject over the course of entire video or only a part of it. And after that, you can create some keyframes, depending on what you want to create. Now, notice that in the bottom left corner, you have a couple of different styles that can change the way how your camera works. For example, you have smooth, which I just shown you, handheld, delayed, leading, etc. Now let's compare the smooth one with the handheld. So as you see, it's a completely different feel than the first effect. What's more, you can also adjust your field of view with the lens option. So you can select linear, wide, or custom. However, you can only adjust the fisheye distortion, so you cannot physically zoom in or out just like you would do when creating keyframes, which feels like a missed opportunity here. What's really cool is that you don't have to track your subject for the entire length of your video. For example, you can mix it with your keyframes. So let me quickly show you how to do that. Let's create a first keyframe, move on the timeline for a bit, and from here, I'm gonna focus on my wife. And now I'm gonna switch to object tracking. Let's track her for a couple of seconds. As I said, you don't have to track her for the rest of your video. You can simply click Stop Tracking. Now, after a second or two, let's create another keyframe so we can change our camera angle once again. As simple as that. Now, let's go to another video example so I can show you something really cool. Let's go to editing, and I already created a couple of keyframes for this project, and we already covered the keyframes and object tracking. But I feel like something is missing here, so let me show you the camera effects. So let's select it and click on the plus icon. And notice that in here you have a bunch of different effects which can make your 360 content more interesting to watch. So for example, you can spin the camera to the left, maybe to the right side. You can create a tiny planet, or my personal favorite, which is a barrel roll, wobble. Yeah, it's all very interesting because you don't have to create any complicated keyframes, so it's very user-friendly. You just click on it and you got the effect ready. And if you would like to make some adjustments to it, you can make it, for example, last longer by simply dragging it on your timeline. This way, the effect gonna last a couple of seconds longer. Or you can drag it and make it shorter if you want it to make it faster. So what do you guys think about this new update? Honestly, I think it's so cool that even though GoPro MAX is not a new camera by any means, I think it's like 5 years old now, but still they decided to create some new features for it. Most of the time, when they release a new camera, usually they make a few updates for it and shortly after they simply forget about it. I'm really happy that they tried to improve on their old 360 camera. In the meantime, they keep working on the GoPro MAX 2 behind the scenes, which keeps getting delayed for some reason. There is simply so much cool potential in 360 content, and I simply hope that GoPro MAX 2 will deliver and meet our expectations. Currently, GoPro MAX 1 is back in stock on official GoPro website, and it's been slightly redesigned as it finally has a 1/4-inch thread at the bottom of it. And it comes with a new Enduro battery. But paying $350 or €400 for a 5-year-old camera that's already outdated by Insta360 X3 or X4 just doesn't seem right to me. And I would rather recommend to wait for GoPro MAX 2. Yet, if you already have GoPro MAX, then just get yourself the folding fingers for GoPro 12. It's fully compatible and it's gonna cost you like $10 if you are a GoPro subscriber. Thank you for watching and see you guys in the next video.